if George Zimmerman is never arrested, if there is no extension to the legal process?
I don't know what may happen to his parents, other than the fact that they will have to live throughout their lives with this searing pain that not only did they lose their child suddenly, unexpectedly, cruelly, but there was no justice available to them as well. That is a wound that does not heal, really. I can say that not having been through that, but I am a mother, and as mothers we know about ache and heartache and fear for our children. I don't know what the larger society may do. I shudder to think at how it may make us all feel. I would hope that peace would be maintained nonetheless.
Alan Dershowitz, the state attorney, Angela Corey, is known to be a pretty tough cookie. She has got a reputation for being hard and tough on bringing many cases to trial. Given her statement today, given the way this story has been developing, you'd be pretty amazed, would you, if this didn't now lead to at least an arrest?
I'd be surprised. I think that she will call for a prosecution. All you need to show for a prosecution is that there's probable cause. But then Florida has a strange statute. The defendant has a right to go in front of a judge, and if the judge finds that, based on the statute, he has a defense, the judge can give him what's called immunity, and then it doesn't go to trial. And if it goes to trial, the jury has to convict beyond a reasonable doubt. So one possible outcome here is there may be an indictment, but there may ultimately be an acquittal. Now, that requires that Zimmerman get a decent lawyer. His lawyers today, for example, said that he may have been insane because he was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder. Now, that's a non sequitur. If it was post-traumatic, if it happened after the trauma, then he wasn't mentally ill at the time of the events at issue. Moreover, you don't raise a defense like that without the permission of the client. So if he gets a good lawyer, he has a reasonable chance of being acquitted by a jury, but I think he'll be arrested and indicted.
Well, yeah, I have to say that this fishing expedition that various defenders of his, whether they are his lawyers, his former lawyers, or just his friends, is pretty sickening to hear. I don't understand, frankly, despite all the racial implications here, all the political involvement in here, I don't understand why, as a country, we can't just come together and at least say, let's try this case and find out what happened.
Deborah, it's a good point. I'm going to have to leave it there, I'm afraid. But thank you for joining me, and Alan Dershowitz, as always, thank you for your legal assessment.